Hi, welcome to Friday's lesson. In the start of today's lesson, we're going to do examples 2 and 3. Hopefully you've attempted them on your own, and this will just be a check of your work. If I'm going too quickly, you can always pause the video to try it on your own and then play it to see if you did it accurately. All right, so the first example that I gave you yesterday was NaI, sodium iodide. And I said that I would consider it to be an easy example, and here's why. I consider it to be easy because the subscripts are both 1. So I'm going to draw 1 sodium and 1 iodine. All right. Next, look at sodium and iodine on the periodic table and draw the correct number of valence electrons. So take a moment to complete that. Okay, sodium is in group 1. Iodine is in group 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's step 1, draw the Lewis dot diagram. Step 2 is to do what? Show the transfer. So I'm going to show the transfer. Step 3 is to draw what? Draw the yield arrow. All right. Step 4 is to draw the ion in brackets. So here are my ions. I've got Na with no valence electrons, and I have iodine with 8 because it got that 1 valence electron from sodium. Put it in brackets. All right, if you haven't drawn the charges on them, take a moment to think about what their charges would be and draw them. Maybe you're noticing a pattern that the cation is always positive and the anion is always negative. All right, so there you go. That's sodium iodide. Remember that ionic compounds are electrically neutral, which means that their charges add to 0. +1, -1 adds to 0. All right, for those of you that attempted the next example, there is a lot of work, a lot of arrows going different places, but it all works out. So you should have Al2O3. So take a moment and think about what those subscripts mean. You should have drawn 2 aluminums. And aluminum is in group 13, so therefore it has 3 valence electrons. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. We have 3 oxygens, so I have to draw oxygen 3 times. An oxygen is in group 16, so it has 6 valence electrons. If you need to catch up, just pause the video at this point. All right, now here's where we just start drawing some arrows. Step 2, I'm showing the transfer. So this oxygen needs one right here, so I'm going to give it that one. I'm going to give the bottom spot over here. This aluminum still has 1 more to give away, so I'm going to put it right there, and I'm going to draw that guy right there. Right here, and it's a puzzle. It's all going to work out. Every element will give away the number of valence electrons it has, and every element will accept the number that it needs. So all I did is I just kept donating from the cation to the anion. All right, step 3, here's my yield arrow. Step 4, draw my ions in brackets. So I drew 2 aluminums. And this aluminum right here gave away 3. And this aluminum gave away 3. Now, I have to draw my 3 oxygens. 1, 2, 3. They're now happy because they have 8 valence electrons. I had to put them in brackets. Remember, you can pause this video at any time to catch up. Now, how many did each oxygen accept? Each oxygen accepted 2 negative electrons. Okay. We had said that these ionic compounds add up to 0. So we have +3 and +3. So it's a +6. -2, -2, -2 gives me a -6. So they equal 0. Okay. You can rewatch this video. You can, pause it as you are listening. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me.